pork. Already. This is one of the cheapest food I'll be eating. Wala nang atrasan.
Position and keep your window shade open.
Good morning. This is our day 4 here in Weihai, and I'm going to Tim Hortons for this morning just to have a quick coffee because I missed the breakfast. It's already 10 a.m., but it's okay. Today, unfortunately, it will be raining here in Weihai, so less activities to do if it rains. But this morning, it's very sunny. But for afternoon, starting 4 p.m., I think that's when the rain will come. So by that time, I'm expected to be back here in the hotel and just resting. So let's go. It's been a long time since my last hair comb because I don't have any. But we'll make do. This is okay. We are already outside. This is a very familiar place for us now already because, I mean, we've been walking here for almost 4 days. But yeah, that's one thing. It's kind of cold. It's 10 a.m., but it's kind of cold. But it's okay. We're gonna get our coffee. I think that's the reason why. We haven't drank any coffee, so we're feeling cold today. But it will change because we're gonna go to Tim Hortons. If you're going to China, Alipay and WeChat will be your lifesavers, but there will be a learning curve for you to fully access WeChat and Alipay because even from time to time, this is my second time in China, I still have struggles on how to navigate and pay through WeChat and Alipay. But you'll get there. Because it's not straightforward that when you scan it, it's okay already. That's not how it works. And there are things that you need to adjust to. Now, let's go to their, what is that? What is that? Shibuya crossing. It's already Monday and people are going to work, but I'm still on vacation. Let's cross the street. It's the first time trying Starbucks here, and we'll see what they have to offer. Ang cute naman ng like they're so. Oh, I think I should buy one. Yan tayo. Some Starbucks merch from here. We change location. We're at Tim Hortons. It's a different feel, but same coffee, but cheaper. Cheaper coffee. The reason why I also chose to stay here at Tim Hortons, one, the coffee is cheaper. Two, I like coffee of Tim Hortons better than the ones in Starbucks. To be honest, the taste is better. And then three, they have charging ports, so I need to use my laptop for a few minutes. You know what? This vlog, especially on my day 4, has just become a mall tour. Mall tour? Mall tour? What do you mean mall tour? Mall tour? Because I don't know where to go. And their malls are humongous because I don't know where to visit, but it's fun to walk around, especially I'm wearing Crocs in a very expensive looking mall. We have Sephora. I'm thinking of buying some souvenir, like also some items to give to my friends. But the problem is, I'm not sure which one is good. I think everything is okay here. Lego is here. These pens are, this looks so cute. No. Casio watch. As I remember, this place has until fourth floor, but I'm gonna be eating somewhere in the third floor today for some buffet style eating. Because this is again my last full day here in China. Tomorrow morning I have to check out and go to the airport. North Face. This one is famous in Korea. I've been looking at this brand in Korea, but I'm thinking it's more expensive here than the ones in Korea. But like the expensive part is like four times the expense. That's how expensive clothing here. If you're really a fan of these plushies thingy, that thing, you'll be able to enjoy China because they have a lot of those things. Oh, Lilo and Stitch. And then Shinchan. They also have pop-up. Pop Mart here is not a big thing because they have a lot. Like Pop Mart is basic. Like Naruto. Oh, this looks cool. I'm actually interested to buy. Gundam. God. What is this? Ah, Ultraman. Ultraman. And then One Piece. It's getting to me. There is a reason why it's popular. 너무 귀엽다. 아, 진짜 귀엽다 이거도. 아, 진짜. 산리오. 오, 귀엽다. So cute pala niya talaga. It's really cute, huh? I mean, at first I'm not really a fan, but the more I look at it, it gets me. It is getting into me. That's what I want to say. It gets to me. Why? I have found the food court. We're currently at the third floor, so it's the food court area. And you'll be able to find a lot of restaurants here. Of course, 90% of them are Chinese restaurants. And you see this? These things hanging, those are tissue. But let's just walk around first to see what is interesting for us, since our palate is okay with anything. But my wallet is not interested to a lot of expensive stuff. So that's a downside. My wallet is not good, my palate is good. Very noisy. Oh, there's so many people here. Maybe this is a famous restaurant. I'm not sure. El Sinsin. Ah, it's like shabu shabu. There's so many people. Maybe that's one of the best here. Maybe. I'm not sure. There's a coffee and restaurant. Is this a sirloin steak? This should not be existing. 49 yuan sirloin steak. Like, what's happening here? I think I found my steak. These are, oh, PS Xbox Switch. Why am I suddenly in the arcade area? What happened? This is hot pot for hot pot. Do Eastern. Do Eastern. Okay. I think I'll just go for this thing. Because I've been craving for meat like that level. The sirloin steak will be a perfect match for me. I think so. And it's very cheap. Like, oh my goodness. So, I'm eating in a buffet with all of these things for almost $15. It has everything. Like, when I say everything, they have this selections. I'm already salivating just by looking at it. Oh my god. This is the dessert area. So overwhelmed. There's so many and everything looks delicious. And you know the price is less than $20. That's already a steal. They also have freshly cut food. They even have this. Like, you fetch it. You'll be the one to fetch it, and they will cook it for you. So, it's a buffet plus shabu shabu style. They even have frozen. And then the veggies are on this side. So you eat with it with the veggies. It's a combination of both shabu shabu and some kipsals grilling. And this is the meat section. This is how they do it. Oh. 진짜 엄마자. 맛있겠다. Just get whatever you want to get. The thing is here, what they did is there's a required deposit of 50 yuan. So that is for wastage, to avoid people from wasting so much food. For example, you over selected food stuff. That's gonna be the problem. You should eat what you get. So a very good strategy. What you see here, I think we're in the western area. Pizza, takoyaki, no, that's not western at all. Kokuma. Suddenly there's a dessert here. But like, 맛있겠다. This is a good deal. We also have, of course, beers are also here. Now let's start checking our food. Okay, let me get some items for myself. Start here. And then I'll check with you guys later what I have. Okay? First round of cooking. I intentionally get very few quantity of food just so I can portion my meal, because again, if you fail to eat responsibly, you will be paying, you will not be able to get the 50 yuan deposit. That's very smart. So for now, we have this. It has a very distinct maratang taste. Lamb chops, but very delicious. Very good. Currently cooking our meat. I'm not even sure if this is pork or beef, but it looks delicious for me. So let's take it there. Round two of our food tripping. Liver and pork. I want to try this one too. It's kind of messy, but it's very delicious. This one is tuna, I think. Maybe, yeah, it looks tuna to me. Very good. If you're here, make sure to not eat breakfast so you can devour lunch. But don't go here on dinner because you're full at night, then you won't be able to sleep. I'm so freaking full. Like, I ate from the shabu shabu to the samgyeopsal up until the dessert, so I'm not sure. Probably that's the only meal I'll be eating until today. But I want to eat something more for dinner because this is my last day in Weihai. Actually, what happened in my trip is first half of it is more outdoorsy. The second half is in mall tour because of the Wego Plaza. Wego Plaza. This is where I am now. And I'm currently waiting for, I'm gonna have to do the shopping for some souvenirs sometime soon because it will rain starting 4 p.m. So that's something I'm actually preventing to happen. So we are here still. I'm gonna go down. This building is only 4 floors, but don't get twisted. It is massive. And I'm actually in the building B, wherein there are so many luxury items. Here are some of the jewelry. I think it's the jewelry section. And then car section. So I don't have money to buy these stuff, but just have to go down and go down and then go down. I'm actually thinking of buying shoes here, since my white shoes, the one I used for volleyball, is already broken. Like it has holes, like not the shoe hole, but a different hole. So I think I have to have that replaced too. So we're back at the supermarket and I'm thinking of what to buy for my office mates and I already have some plans in mind. These are some of them. So jelly and like a steak figure thingy. These are some of the things I have in mind. And then I'm also thinking of gifts for friends as well. Let me see. Let me think. Things that are available here. That's not easy to. That's hard to find in Korea. That would be the best gift, I think. Right? I just remember I cannot shop a lot of things because my luggage is until 15 kilograms, and when I arrived here, I only have 9 kilograms of clothes. So my limit is until 9 kg. But I'm trying to find gifts that are extremely rare in Weihai or China, which I'm not sure which one to get. So if you are traveling abroad, what's your best gift? Are you going for the drink? Because I don't usually give drinks. Drinks could be very hard to manage because they can spill. Or how about, I mean, snacks are the easiest, I think. I think snacks would be easier. But the problem is, most snacks are bulky. I'm starting to like the Chinese music. Even if I don't understand that. Melody-wise, they're good. Right. Seafood are big in Weihai. How about these things? What do you think, guys? This could be very delicious. But the problem is, sometimes they are very picky eaters. So, uh, I don't know what to... Hindi na lang kaya tayo mag-regalo. Let's not give gifts anymore. Who made this customary that if you travel abroad, you have to go and buy and prepare some gifts? Who made that rule? Huh? Who made that rule? Please tell me who did that. Made that. So we can have a talk. I already spent money going here. Why do I have to prepare gifts? Huh? Why it's like that? Mahanyo. Come with me and buy some souvenir for my office mates and my friends. How about this? Ano ba yan? Walang originality with the gift giving. Do you think this will... But this looks very expensive. You know what? Let's not give gifts na lang. How about that? What do you think, guys? Why am I so stressed like this? What's happening? How about this? This thing looks good, but I don't know what's inside. Because I went here yesterday. This is the other day. You know. Wait, let's use our phone to translate. I think that's the best thing we can do. Let's see. How will I know the taste? Walang sample. There should be like examples of how they taste. Unfortunately, there's none. 어떡해. 어떻게 해야지? How are we supposed to navigate? Guys, help. How about... Now ganito. Some almond puffs. So yeah, our gift will be Japanese chocolate. Meiji. Okay, I found some cookie chocolates. I think these could work as gifts because they're buy one take one. Yeah, they are sets. I got that one. Yeah, para makatipid tayo. Let's get the sets. And then, how about ito? Are they cookies? They look like cookies for me. Cookies to me. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to get. The rest. This looks very, very Chinese. What do you mean very Chinese? The only Chinese about here is the writing. Alam mo, we're complicating things out. As long as it has Chinese, and I think people would appreciate it already if it has Chinese in it. And I'm the only one who's gonna be eating this, so I don't care. How about this? Pepero. With the Korean writing in it. And then Disney. Let's go back to the hotel before it actually starts raining. It's getting dark outside, I think. You know it's gonna rain, right? Actually, this is Weihai telling us to not go back to Korea. Just joking, claiming it. Because you know, suddenly it's so freaking warm earlier, and then now it's super cold. Oh, crazy. It's very gloomy, and based on the map, it will rain now. I'm just waiting for it to fall down. Thankfully, our hotel is just, when I say 5-minute walking distance, I'm not lying in the concept of 5-minute walking distance. But yeah, it is just walking distance. And then, okay, I think I have to hurry. I have to cross the street. It's already green. So our hotel is just there. This building actually. But it's just this building. Oh my god. It's blinking. Red. Mian. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, there are clothes here. I think these are... Can you see that? These shirts are... Wait. Is this Tagalog? What the? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm having an idea of doing shopping clothes here. But the problem is I cannot buy a lot of clothes because I have limited luggage space. 15 kilograms for the checked-in luggage and then around 10 kilograms for the carry-on. You know me, I like thrift shopping. Those clothes, 15 yuan. How much are they? 3,000 Korean won. $2. Or $1.50. That's not bad. That's way too cheap. Why it's like that? Crazy. We're back at our hotel, and I'll give you an update about the things that I bought in a shopping haul once I got back to my apartment, to my hotel. So let me show you what I bought today. Actually, I don't know what they are, but they look delicious. This is a macadamia nut snowball. It's a snowball. There. And then this Oreo thing, makabox siya, of different flavors. And then this dewy cookie. And then Pocky. This one I'm really excited to taste. The steak. I have 2 of those. And then I also bought another set of these. This Hongshen Hongzao. Then this mint. This is really mint. Another Pocky. And the jelly. These are the only things I bought for now. It's around 130 yuan. And that's already very expensive. But yeah, I don't have a choice. Before sleeping tonight, I'll go back to the shopping area and buy some more. Okay. If you are thinking that I will let the rain stop me from going out today, no, that's not gonna happen. Even if it's raining, we will still go out and enjoy the last night here in Weihai. And join me as we go around and eat our last dinner here in Weihai. This has been a very enjoying, fun, affordable travel so far, and I'm so happy that you're with me. But let's see. I'm actually wearing just simple clothes, just normal house items that I usually wear at home, but I also wear here. Unfortunately, I'm quite underdressed because it's quite cold. So I'm not sure how it will turn out, but I hope for the best, of course. But we will see. This is what it looks like here in Weihai if it's raining. Monday evening. Nighttime, a lot of things are already closed. A lot of facilities are closed, especially stores in the mall, for example. They close very early, around 7, 8 p.m. But a lot of restaurants close late for late night drinkers, eaters, diners. And like in Korea, they also have a lot of these things for buses that hotel locations. If you're a tourist in China, to be honest, bus is the last option. Of course, for like big cities, the first option would be subway. Second option is taxi. With the way taxi system works in China, it's so cheap, very affordable. And you can actually score good deals with reservations. The only thing here is you're crossing the street. There are no stoplights, so you just caution. Don't be very harsh when you're crossing the street. Just be careful in order to be safe, okay? Safety is king. This looks very delicious. I'm actually intrigued by this. This is another hotel, starting the 3rd floor. Ah, I'm so excited. Well, I'm partially excited to go home tomorrow, just to be able to rest. But I'm actually very excited to visit other parts of China in my next travels, because I'm really hoping that we can do something out of this trips. And I'm really interested to take you more to another business trip, travel, leisure trip, whichever vacation, so that my channel will not just be about global Korea scholarship program, study in Korea. Because again, the purpose of going to South Korea to study is actually to open up your horizon and be in places that you only dreamed of going. Go to places that you only thought of going. And here's an example of which. I mean, the only place I want to visit in China was Hong Kong. That was when I was young because I know a lot of content creators working and studying in Hong Kong. But now I'm in the city, a third tier city, Weihai. I think this is the old style restaurant because they have a lot of pictures here of old times. But this one looks edited. This is how it looks like inside. So, and here, the mandu, the xiaolongbao is very cheap, I must say. It's like 1 yuan per piece. Let's see how it tastes later once it arrives.
哎，你好，牛肉米线是谁的？是的，这边啊，好了，还有个牛肉面啊。
This is one of the cheapest food I'll be eating here because it's really affordable. Let's see how it tastes. I hope it also tastes very delicious, but we have to eat it now before it gets cold because once it gets cold, it's harder to eat, especially xiaolongbao. The inside is very tasty. For 1 yuan, it's 221. Let's say around 8 pesos. And this one is our food. How can I check if my mic is working? I don't know. I actually feel shy eating. This is a usual market setup, night market setup. It is raining. Of course, there are no people. And also, it rained, so but this day, motors can pass through. They don't have problems with that because there are no people, like compared to yesterday and the day before. And it's understandable because again, as I have been mentioning, it rained and it's Monday. So what do you expect? But still, there are people here trying to earn a living, and that's okay. Kudos for them. I'm just trying to look for something like a dessert or something sweet just to satisfy and close off my Weihai dinner as I go back to Seoul tomorrow. I don't want this vacation to end. 진짜. This vacation is very relaxing for me. And yeah, I get to know another side of China that I only get to experience visiting a not so touristy place like Weihai. Like, I know the experience will be in Shanghai, Beijing. I mean, wow, structures. But you know how much the cost will be. It will be 5-10 times more expensive. And that's a fact. That is certain. But here, it's manageable. Not bad. We get Timan? Yeah, I gained probably 2 kilos, 3 kilos with this 5-day trip. It has chia seeds, kale. There's a boba feeling, but the base is avocado. Avocado. Ang sarap. Come to China. Well, travel to more places. This is your sign. If you see this video, this is the sign for you to explore opportunities outside your country. Could it be China, Japan, Korea? Just outside of your country. You're missing a lot. And I'll be ending this video. I'll be going back to my apartment. The next time I'll see you is I'll be going back to the airport to finally face the reality of working life in Korea. But I hope we'll be able to see you in the next future videos. Bye bye. We're going back to Korea. Welcome to our last day here in Weihai, and after this, I'm gonna be back as an employee again. So I want to travel more, but it's time to go back. And we're here at the lobby of the hotel and return the key cards and book a taxi, go to the airport, and then try to lounge there. They have a lounge at the airport and rest there until a flight back to Korea. Wala nang atrasan. We're heading back to Korea. And we don't have a choice because we have work. Actually, my boss already messaged me. So for now, I have to find where I should go. The plan. I'll be going to Seoul, Incheon. I'm a bit too early, but yeah. This is the airport. Very simple. Nothing fancy. But yeah. We arrived early. So this is the schedule. There are only 3 flights going to Seoul today. 11, 11:50, and then 4:25. And there's a different thing. The two are Ryejong and then the other one is planned, but in Korean they're the same thing. The thing is, I'm not sure why they're asking us to line up here. So maybe for immigration and for the actual check-in it's different. But yeah, people are starting to line up. These are for 11 a.m. Mine is 11:45, 11:50. And the thing I'm thinking, I think our flight, we don't have a lot of people in it. So I don't know if they will fly or not. What if we get suspended and the flight got cancelled? Just what if? But anyways, guys, I really want to thank you for joining me today's trip. I really enjoyed it. I want to take you to more travel soon. If time permits, it's my vacation leave permits. But yeah, soon. More travels for us. Another city unlocked. See you in my next video. Bye bye.
Turn your seat back, tray table, armrest to the original position, and keep your window shade open. Also, please ensure that your carry-on baggage is properly stowed. For safety reasons, the lavatories are now closed. Lastly, please arrange your
Welcome. We have already arrived here in Seoul, South Korea after our fruitful, peaceful, and relaxing trip in Weihai. The flight is from May 22 to May 26, so supposed to be it was a 5-day trip. A lot of things happened on the May 22nd. the flight got delayed, the bus got delayed, so I was able to arrive in the accommodation a bit late already. So there were mishaps during that time. So I do not count that as the official first day. And also May 26th, which is today, unfortunately, um, I had to leave Weihai around 11:50 a.m. So I was in the airport around 8:30 or 9 a.m. already. So I do not also count that as an official travel day. So technically, we only had a 3 full day trip in Weihai, which is 23rd to 25th. For this video, this part of this video, you'll be hearing more about the expenses, the cost of traveling to China. And before I even discuss it, I just want to say traveling to China from Korea is cheaper compared to traveling from the Philippines to China. There's so many things that are different. There's so many things that you really have to take note of. For example, travel time from Korea to China, it's just an hour. I think from Philippines to China, it will take you around 4 to 5 hours. And again, costs in China and Korea are relatively same, but Korea is more expensive in terms of food. What I noticed in China is that the cost for clothes and shoes are more expensive. I think that's one thing that I have taken note of. So for this video, I'll be sharing with you the pre-flight expenses, the flight, hotel, internet, the visa, the accommodation, everything. And then after that, I'll be sharing with you how much I spent in China for food, other expenses, and activities. Because to be honest, in China, specifically in Weihai, there's so many things that you can do, but majority of the things that you will be doing are free of charge or very affordable. So that's something I really wanted to share in this video, and I hope you'll stick around to know more how much you should be budgeting for your Weihai trip. And let's go. So when I booked my flight for Weihai, it was around February, before my birthday, I remember. So the ticket during that time was around 140,000 Korean won in USD, around 90 USD. In Philippine peso, it's like 5,800. So I'll just put it at 6,000 pesos. That's already round trip. If you're going to be traveling from the Philippines to China, that's just going to be one-way trip. So that's something you have to take note of. Here's one thing. One of the things I really liked with Weihai and China in general is that the hotels are cheaper. You'll be able to get hotels roughly around 1,000 pesos per day. And then, for example, if you're coming there with, if you're two or three, that's so cheap already. So for the hotel, I got it around 90,000 Korean won. So that's roughly around 3,600. That's already for 5 days. I arriving 22nd until 26th. For the internet, it was also very cheap. I just paid 20,000 Korean won, and that exchange is equal to like 800 pesos. Again, very cheap. If you're using the USD, it's like 13 USD. Already unlimited data for 5 days. And that's something that you need to take note of. For hotels, usually they have free breakfast. So, I mean, very light breakfast like coffee, bread, banana. I mean, something that to help you prepare your day. For the internet as well, I highly, highly suggest using eSIM instead of having VPN, because VPN is very hard to manage in China. And if you're going to be using the eSIM, not the USIM, the SIM card, eSIM, you don't need the VPN and you will be able to access a lot of social networking sites. I think this is a known fact. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, WhatsApp, for Korea, um, Kakao Talk, they don't function in China. So if you want to use those things, you need to have eSIM. And what I did was I had my Samsung phone. I used the eSIM and put it here. Then I used my Samsung phone as a hotspot. So that was one of the pre-flight expenses. And then lastly, the visa processing around 50,000 Korean won. So in Philippine peso, it's 2,000 pesos and it's roughly around 30 USD. So overall, before I even fly to China, I already spent around 300,000 Korean won. In exchange, that's roughly around 10,000 pesos in Philippine money. Or in USD, it's like 200 USD. And looking at it now, for 5 days, that's very cheap. 300,000 Korean won for 5 days. Hotel, flight, internet, visa, very affordable. Now I'll be moving on to how much I spent there from the 22nd to 25th. So for the food, as I have mentioned, food prices in China are relatively cheaper. So roughly for the activities, I only spent around 30,000 Korean won. In Philippine peso, it's like 1,200 pesos, or in USD, it's 20 USD. So that's how much I spent for the activities, because the only thing I paid for the activity is the boat ride from port in Weihai to Leogong Island. That is where the museum, the Sino-Japanese Korean War, Sino-Japanese War Museum is located. The Marine Academy is also there. So that's the only activity I paid for, because the rest of the activities, as I have mentioned, majority of them are free of charge. Walking, like the Wego Plaza is just walking distance from my apartment. The Weihai picture frame is also walking distance. The submarine, you can appreciate it from the outside without going inside, because there's an entrance fee. So that's a thing. For the expenses, actually the bulk of my expenses are on the food and other expenses. I just collectively put them there. Food slash other expenses, because majority of them are food and some souvenir items and like gifts for people. For that, I spent around 140 Korean won. 140,000 Korean won, roughly around 5,500 pesos, or in USD, around 90 USD. That's already for 5 days. And then the activity is around 30,000 Korean won, so 20 USD and 1,200 pesos. So overall, combining the cost of pre-flight to the actual expenses, I only spent around, how much is this? 460, let's say 450 Korean won. That's the overall 450 Korean won. And in USD, it's around 300 USD. That's already for 5 days. That's so freaking amazing. So I have been to a lot, like for example, the park, the Kun, Kun. What is that? Hua Tower Park. This park in the Tower Park in Weihai, a One Kui Tower Park in Weihai, it's free of charge. Just have to go up there and then see the view of the whole Weihai city. And then from there, the only thing I spent is the taxi going to the Weihai International Beach, or the bathing spot, which is another thing, free of charge. You can go there, enjoy the water, watch the sunset, again, free of charge. So to be honest, I really enjoyed my stay here, and it's one of the cheapest activities I have made so far, because my pre-flight expenses are actually twice as much I have spent compared to my actual expenses in Weihai, which is something I really enjoy in doing, because again, for food, I don't really set limits on how much I spend. I even ate in the buffet. So it really helps also if you are traveling and enjoying your trips with some people. That helps divide or lessen the cost. So for example, imagine the internet in the hotel divided by 2 to 3, because for example, for the unlimited data, you can do hotspot already. So just tell them not to spend anything for the internet. Just use your own SIM card. That's it. No need for them to buy their own. Just divide the 13 USD into among 3 people. And then for food, other expenses and activities, again, taxi, for example, is very cheap in China. From the tower to the international beach, it only costed around 18 yuan. And I think, how much is 18 yuan? It's cheap. 18 yuan is around 160 pesos, so around roughly around $3. That's how cheap transportation in China. Specifically in Weihai, because there are no subway. Usually subway is 1 yuan. But since there's no subway, the only options you have are buses or taxi or walking. So I mean, it's convenient because Weihai is also a very small city. It's a third tier city in China, so they don't really have a lot of things in terms of cost. But again, it's a wonderful experience. I highly suggest trying visiting these places in China, even if English is very difficult for them because I mean they don't really speak English that well. But when you order food, when you try to check out things, QR code is king. Alipay, WeChat, these are the things that you'll be able to use and help you a lot. So these are the things I want you to remember, especially if you really want to travel to China, any part of China. Because Beijing, let's say Shanghai, these cities are very globalized. They have a lot of international expats. They're expats. They're English speaking individuals. But like in Weihai, for example, Dalian, these cities are near Korea. And to be honest, I think I'm one of the 10 foreigners that speak English there. Because majority of the foreigners I saw there were Koreans and yeah, only Koreans and me. I think I saw some Vietnamese visiting, but like I think they also came from Korea because I saw them going back here. We are on the same flight going back to Korea. So I hope to make these kinds of video and share more contents with you about my travels here and abroad because again, being in South Korea, living in South Korea is actually an opportunity for me to step into another country because applying visa here from if I'm already since I'm already here in South Korea and I want to apply visa for another country, it's easier. Like again, this Chinese visa application took me only 3 days. I applied Tuesday, I received my visa on Friday. That's how fast it is. For Japanese visa, if you want to try, also 3 days online application. So that's how simple life could be in terms of visa. But I'm hoping to get the multiple entry visa because I don't want to spend a lot of money every time I go to China. But yeah, hopefully. If you learned something or enjoyed this trip, feel free to like, share, and comment on this video. Which country do you want me to visit soon? And if you want to know more about life in South Korea, studies in South Korea, Global Korea Scholarship Program, I have a lot of playlists, especially in my YouTube channel, explaining these things, scrutinizing, assessing, dissecting the contents. Feel free to watch and check them out. And again, all of these things came from the fact that I was able to study in South Korea. So, I mean, I don't want to confuse my algorithm in YouTube, but the thing is, I want to see a different side of a foreigner living in South Korea. No, we're not just about studies because life in South Korea is more complex than that. There are opportunities for you to go abroad, and there are opportunities for you to see the world through South Korea's lens. And I hope you'll be able to do that as well. Till my next video. Bye bye.